You're watching Makosi today. My name is Napstar, the radio master. Stay tuned.
So, it's very nice to have you on Makosi today.
Thank you so much. I'm a big fan.
So,
it's good to be here.
Napoleon, I don't want to talk to you in the capacity of being a DJ.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're you're championing a course that is male circumcision.
Yeah.
Why?
Why not?
Okay.
Well, I think it's a noble thing. I think it's a great thing. I think it's something that is beneficial to men. And yeah, I think it's a good thing for Zimbabwe.
What are the challenges you've faced with championing such a new thing to Zimbabwean men?
A lot of the men are very suspicious of it and scared.
Okay.
I think for men, that area of their body is sacred. Don't touch it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And listen on my own terms.
Okay.
That's how men are a lot of the time. So to be in such a vulnerable position where someone is holding something and cutting something off of that, that just scares
Those are some of their fears.
the living daylights out of a lot of the men. And also the suspicions that, why do you want to modify things that were created that way? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of suspicions around it.
And do they fear the healing process? How long is the healing process?
Yeah, I think for a lot of, especially married men, they think, because the healing process is 6 weeks.
Right.
The healing time is about 4 weeks.
Right.
But then there's another 2-week buffer. So they think 6 weeks because you're supposed to abstain for 6 weeks.
Right.
And if you're married, you're thinking for 6 weeks without doing anything. Mm-hmm. A lot of men, what can I say, resent that.
Okay, so how do you manage the healing process? You were telling me about how you manage the healing process.
It's a very natural healing process.
Right.
You're not recommended to take things like painkillers or anything because the pain is not that much.
Right.
But to speed up the healing process, what they do is you make a little salt solution with water, and you dip your member in there twice a day or so, just to speed up the healing process. Growing up, you always used to get told whenever you've got a cut or something, put salt on it.
Exactly.
It helps dry up quicker and then speeds up the healing process.
How old were you when you were circumcised?
4 years ago. How old was I? 26.
And would you encourage other men to go and do it?
Absolutely.
Because I know Winky D has done it, Sulu has done it, Japreza has done it. Yeah. So, whoever has not done it is being left behind, really.
To tell you the truth, it's part of being progressive.
Right.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We're in a time where we need to take sometimes extraordinary measures.
Right.
Because we're in tough times. Right. And we're in times where we need to put certain things in place. Mm-hmm. And being circumcised is one of those things that is progressive. That's not the main reason why you should get circumcised. Mm-hmm. But hey, let's face it, it does decrease the chances of contracting HIV and AIDS.
Wow.
And also at the same time, it then also protects your partner. Right. The woman that you're having sexual relations with, it also protects her from cervical cancer, because the virus that causes cervical cancer stays inside the foreskin.
Right.
They call it human papilloma virus, HPV. Mm-hmm. It stays in the foreskin and it thrives there. So when you remove that foreskin, it has nowhere to stay. So you actually reduce those chances of passing on that HPV to a woman. So it protects both.
So if people want to hear more about circumcision and they want to hear it from you, where do they go?
They want to hear it from me?
Yeah.
I work at Star FM.
Right.
In Harare. This is 102 Simon Mazorodze. Anyone can come there anytime. I'm pretty much there all day, every day.
Email address, Twitter account.
My Facebook page is DJ Napstar.
Mm-hmm.
DJ Napstar. You spell Napstar Napstar.
Right.
And then my Twitter is @Napstar897.
Because I think you have a lot to teach your gender. And thank you so much for talking to us. Just briefly, can I ask you, do you, as a DJ, do you think Zimbabwe has a music industry?
Well, okay. I think it does have a music industry. I think it's very small and very disadvantaged at the moment.
Right.
Yeah. Artists are not as big as they're supposed to be. They're not being rewarded as much as they're supposed to be rewarded. They only get money right now from live shows, which is not enough.
What can change that?
I think our music industry needs to go digital.
Right.
But for you to go digital, there has to be a digital market.
Right.
When I say digital, I mean iTunes and SoundCloud and all those other digital platforms to move your music and to sell your music. I think it also goes with our internet, the accessibility of internet in our country.
Right.
There's very few people who've got that access compared to other countries.
Right.
That is, people still have very little access to internet.
Okay.
So as the access increases, I think artists should move with that and start having their music available on iTunes and for download, and then make it and market that, push that, so that someone, the moment they hear that Knox has got a new song or Winky D has got a new song or whatever, their first the first move should be, I want to download it.
Right.
Rather than I want someone to share it with me. I want to burn it and you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, you should just think, the easiest thing is just to go onto his website, download it for $1.
Okay.
Which is what they're doing the rest of the world. Yeah.
Napoleon, thank you so much for coming on Makosi today.
Absolute
we hope
pleasure.
to come to Star FM to film you whilst you're at work.
Great.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Cheers, Makosi. This is DJ Napstar, the radio master. You're watching Mako.
That is as random.